All right, good afternoon, everybody, and here we are again. We're going to do a quick tip. I won't make this a long video. We were looking at things on the forum that people make and do in their garages at home, and I'm always having trouble. I've got a string wrapped around my chuck key for my drill presses. I got more than one. I've got three of them, and I'm always fishing around trying to find that chuck key. And this guy came up with a clever idea. I thought I would share it with everybody. I'm going to show you what he did, so I'm going to change the picture. No long intros, we're going to get right to it, and I'll show you a pretty slick trick if you want to try it at home. Here we go. Let me change the picture and we'll talk about it, and then I'll go to other questions. Okay, let's take a look in the picture straight above my head. Now, he had an old Craftsman screwdriver that was shot. It was no good. So he went ahead and he got out the screwdriver part of it. He bored out a hole, probably in his drill press, that was just big enough to slide that chuck key into to make a handle out of it. Now that gives him more leverage when he's tightening up that chuck. That's another good thing about this, and I thought this was a pretty slick homemade type idea that somebody did in their garage. Take a look at the picture over on the right. Now he's got a piece of string attached to it, has it dangling off of his drill press. Now that's a good idea. Actually, mine's just a piece of string to the chuck key, but I like the idea of him putting this handle on there because you got something to grab onto, just like you did a screwdriver. Give yourself more leverage when you're cinching down that chuck. So this is a good idea. It's just a quick tip for you, something to think about in your garage at home. The one last thing before I go to questions, I will say I noticed on his, which I've done on mine, as I use those braided belts, they last a lifetime. I mean, those things are great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the other V-shaped belts that you use. I've still got a drill press that I'm running them on. But I noticed on this, those green belts, those are those link belts. You can actually even buy these out at Harbor Freight, but don't expect them to be cheap anywhere you're getting them because they're a damn good belt. Very high quality, very well made. Anyway, back to the chuck key. Anybody have any questions? And then we'll wrap this up. I was just going to make it a short video anyway. Can you use something else besides a screwdriver handle? Yeah, you could use anything. You could use a wood dowel or, I don't know, whatever you want. I just thought the way he did it was he repurposed something that he probably was going to just throw out. So I thought this was a good idea. But, I mean, you can drop me in the comment section, any other method or way that you've done it. I just thought that this was a real good idea. How would you stick it in there? Well, I would drill that hole, and truthfully, I would use something like 5 or 10 ton epoxy or something, and I would epoxy it on in there. Now, you can use other types of glues and adhesives, I'm sure. I said, but just right off the top of my head, I would use epoxy, and then you could just call it done at that point. It'll probably last you forever. Yeah, there are, somebody made the comment, there's got to be a lot better ways than just using string to attach it to your drill press so you don't lose it. Yes, there is. Another suggestion is out at Harbor Freight, sometimes they give away as a freebie these little round, I think they're 4-inch or whatever they are, magnetic little trays. Now you could put one of those, it'll stick because it's magnetic to your drill press, and you can put your chuck key on there too. Now that's one way. They also, as a freebie, a lot of times, you can look at one of my other videos I did, you can get the strip ones. I think they're about 18 inches long. You can, affix it to the side of the drill press, and every time you're done using it, just click it back up on there. Those long strip magnets, like I did in the video, they're also good for holding drill bits. Anything that you have, you can just slap it up on those magnets and they'll hold them. And that's a really good way not to lose your chuck key. Nothing wrong with the way you did it with a piece of string, but yes, those are the other two thoughts that come to my mind are the little magnetic trays and to use those long strips. If you wait, you can use your coupons, get them out at Harbor Freight real cheap, or wait until they do it as a freebie and a giveaway, and then pick them up then, and then now you have a reason, and a purpose for them. They work really good in and around the drill press because I repeatedly use a lot of different bits, and I'm always fumbling around trying to find them. So on those strips, I just stick them up on there, and you can do the same thing with the chuck key or anything else that you're using in and around a drill press. I keep saying drill press. You can use this on other types of equipment or on a welding table or a workbench or anything that you want. But, this is what the purpose of the video was, is what to do with chuck keys so that you don't lose them. And one thing is to put a nice big handle on them. Now, this will stand out better than without it, and then you'll be able to find it a little bit easier. But like I said, there's many ways to secure them to your work. Okay, not a lot of questions. I'm the home handyman. I meant to make this short anyway. It's just a garage tip for you. If you have another way of doing it that's better, drop it in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll keep doing these as long as you folks keep enjoying them. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.